welcome to the Once Upon a Corgi podcast, episode 24. I'm Gabby, the human part of Once Upon a Corgi. We are joined today by Iron, half of the corgis, and Audrey is loafing in the bedroom, being a cutie. She's just being adorable and loafing, and so tired. Are you so tired? Oh. We are a one-woman, two corgi podcast, coming to you from Southern Connecticut, all about fiber fun and puppy adventures. I had an opening and I totally forgot what it was. I just want to say a giant thank you to all returning viewers and hello and welcome to all new viewers. I'm glad you came to check us out amongst all of the many and wonderful podcasts that are out there. We just have some administrative stuff to get into before we get into the knitting, so bear with me, I guess. The winner from last week's podcast episode, I will put your name here because I didn't write it down on my massive amount of show notes. You have not contacted me yet, so I'm going to give you 2 more weeks, and if you don't contact me by then for your prize, which is the Open Skies hat by Mina Phillip, I'm going to redraw just so the winners are people that are actively watching. I know that there's a lot, and there's a very large backlog that I have at the moment, so I'm going to give you a couple more weeks to catch up, and if I don't hear from you by the next podcast, I'm going to redraw for the winner. I just want it to be a fair, if you're currently watching, then you win. I don't want to tag somebody who entered and that doesn't actively watch, so that's that. My show notes are over here. So if I keep looking over there, that's why. The Pumpkin Cal. It is officially November as of yesterday, because today is November 2nd, and we are in the last days of the Pumpkin Knit Along. It ends November 24th, which is U.S. Thanksgiving. That sounds about right, I think. Yes, we're ending at U.S. Thanksgiving, and get your stuff in. There are so many beautiful socks and shawls and stuffies and a couple cardigans in the finished objects thread, so if you ever need inspiration, head over there. There's a finished objects thread in both mine and Joanna, Opera Joe, who is my fellow Pum Queen that is co-hosting this knit along with me. So you can enter in both of our threads, and you can double, triple, quadruple dip in any other knit along. And yes, just pumpkin everything. The knit along are in the chatter thread, but if you are unsure, just give one of us a message and we will let you know if it counts. Essentially, if it's pumpkin theme inspired, shaped, colored, if it's pumpkin related, it'll count. And we do have some new prizes. So this is going to be a world spoiler because this podcast will go out before Friday. I am releasing the new holiday line one day at a time since there are 5 days in a week. It works. But I didn't grab both of them because whatever. You will get into this giant pile of already amazing prizes. There will be 2 mini skein sets of the Once Upon a Corgi holiday line. One in the Audrey base, which this is, and one in the Ginger base, which is the Gold Stellina. So they are 20-gram skeins. I'll go over this again in the shop update section, but these will be the only 20-gram skein sets available. The other mini skein sets that will be in the shop will be 10-gram. So you will get a chance to win one of these guys, and I do believe we are pairing them with bags. I have to talk to Joanne about that. The things. So yes, I'll give you a closer look. I will go over all of the colors when I do the shop update later on, but there will be a list, thanks to this beautiful warning sign, on the back, so you will have notes. Now that the Pumpkin Cal is coming to a close, I've been thinking of another knit along. It won't start soon, but it'll start January 1st, 2017, and it will be the Treat Yourself 2017 knit along, because everyone works so hard to get all their Christmas presents out and all this non-selfish knitting, and clearing your needles and not buying more stash and trying to use up what you have. So I want this to be starting January 1st, treat yourself, knit along. You pick if you don't have the yarn, go get it. Treat yourself. Cast on what you want, no matter what. You don't have to finish it. It's going to be a very informal knit along. I don't know how long it's going to last, because treat yourself. Don't finish it, just cast it on. If you don't like it in a month, rip it back out. Whatever. Just knit what you feel, or crochet, or spin, or sew, whatever. Just treat yourself. Whatever you want to do it. Gotta be a responsible knitter and finish all my things on my needles first. So, well. Other announcements are, again, a little bit shop related. The series of unfortunate events Reptile Room monthly yarn club signups are up. Yay! They went up yesterday morning. They will be up until Sunday morning whenever I wake up. It is a month-to-month yarn club based on the series of unfortunate events books by Lemony Snicket, and we are doing the Reptile Room. So you can head over to my Etsy shop, which is uponacorgi.com or uponacorgi.etsy.com. Either or will bring you to the same place, and signups are there. I have a very long list of things. There will be no shop update this week. I will go over this again in the shop section, but because New England Fiber Festival is this weekend, it's at the Big E Fairgrounds. I forget which building, but if you go, you will know. And I will be graciously hosted at the In Sheep's Clothing booth, which is, I believe, 521 East. The shop owner contacted me and asked if I'd like to set up a display. I said, of course, that would be lovely. Thank you so much. So I will be vending there. I'm not sure if I'm going to be in the booth the whole time, but I will probably be at least in the building all weekend. Mom and Adrian are going up Saturday with me, so we'll all be there Saturday, and then I have to go back up Sunday anyway, so I'll probably just hang out all day. So yeah, that's super exciting. So November 5th and 6th, I will be vending at New England Fiber Festival. And then November 19th, I am having a trunk show at Stitch and Time in Bethel, Connecticut. And it is an adorable little yarn / needleworking store. It is adorable. It is so cute. I can't wait. I'm so excited. I love the owner. She is adorable and she is super nice. The trunk show starts at 11, so I hope you guys can make it, and I will put their website and all their information in the show. Not least, I'm still waiting for the ironed out details on this one, but December 4th, there's a Christmas craft fair at the AquaTurf in Southington, Connecticut, and I will be having a table there as well. I know all these are very Connecticut local, but that's what I've got right now, so if you are in the area, please stop by, say hello, come check everything out. Yeah. I think we did it. I think we got it through everything, and we've bored Iron to death. Iron, are you so bored? Okay, now that we have 10 minutes of just me talking at you, let's get on to the knitting stuff. We have a couple FOs. I don't know if you can tell. No. This is the Good Vibe Shawl by Nadia. I'm not going to try to pronounce her name on screen because I will embarrass myself. It is out of this variegated is Demon Unicorn, and the purpley is Like My Cold Dead Heart. They are both on my Oliver base, and I knit this up as a showpiece for New England Fiber Festival. Oh, there we go. We can almost get it all. It was such a quick knit. Get a little close up. And it was so much fun. It was super easy, nice to memorize, good knit group knitting, because you could just go. And it was all garter stitch or lace short rows. So it is a paid for pattern, but it is definitely well worth it. Yeah, it was a very nice like palette cleanser shawl knit, and I'm very happy with it. Next finished object I don't have with me because Jake walked out of the house in them. I will hopefully put a picture here or all over the screen, but I finished the Mustache BB-8 self-striping giant blueberry waffle socks for Jake. It is a BB-8 self-striping colorway by Mustache Yarns. The cuffs, heels, and toes are in Knit Pick Stroll, black. I knit them on ChowGoo 9-inch circulars, size US 0. And they fit him pretty well. The legs are a little bit baggy, so I think I can go down a stitch count. Thank God they were 96 stitches, so maybe my gauge is loosening it up from bulletproof socks. One can hope. But he wore those to work today, so you can't see them. Sorry. And the other, oh god, I have so many finished objects. I also finished my These Are the Droids You Were Looking For socks. The yarn is by Haverland Yarns, and then the heels are a Knit Pick Stroll. Self-striping, I knit them on US 1 2.25 millimeter Knit Pro Zings, and I love them. I didn't get the stripes to match up with colors, but I got the stripes to match up by like size. Does that make sense? Like, instead of doing that, well, they wouldn't match up by color anyway. Whatever. I got the stripes to match up, and I did the Knit Girls Afterthought heel, and it's a good heel. They were really good directions, but I don't like the way it fits. I'm still going to wear them because they're Star Wars, and I love Star Wars, but I don't think I'm going to do Afterthought heels, which I'm going to contradict myself in like 10 minutes. Great. But yeah, they're not my favorite. I kind of want to try the Smooth Operator sock version of the Afterthought heel. We'll find out. I'll probably forget in like 20 minutes and then cast on another pair with Afterthoughts. So, and I just did a star toe, and I love them. Ends are not woven in, they are not blocked, but I put them in my box O socks, which is, I think I'm at 8 socks now. Maybe I'll have 12 by the end of December. Maybe New Year's Eve will be me trying to finish a pair of socks. Okay, last one. I feel like I'm just like, check, 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 check. The last one is a Christmas gift, so Mom, if you are watching this and Pickleface is around, turn the computer around. I have finished a hat for my brother for Christmas! Yay, Christmas knitting! The thing I said I wouldn't do. My nails got caught. It is the red herring hat pattern by Becky from Soprano Knits. Manos del Uruguay yarns in, I want to say, the Arctic Shadow colorway. I lost the tag. But it's got this beautiful herringbone stitches, and then this little bit of the herringbone stitch itself. It's a single ply, and it is mushy, and I want to steal this hat already. But I figure he lives on campus and northern Connecticut, so it does get cold. And our winters last until about June? Sometimes May will get warm, but we have long, cold springs. So I think this will do him well. I cast this on yesterday, so very quick knit. It was the perfect, like, instant gratification thing that I needed after working on a shawl and almost starting Jake's new cardigan and working on other things. So it was a very nice, you did it, you finished something. So there we go. I have like a mauvey gray single ply worsted weight in my stash. I kind of want to knit one for myself, even though I just knit myself a yak hat. I don't even wear hats. I don't know why I'm so jealous of this. It has not been blocked, but all the ends are woven in, so it is ready for Christmas. We are on top of it this year because we don't know where we're getting anyone. I asked Jake what he wanted for Christmas, and he said pizza. He's getting pizza for Christmas. Other finished object, because apparently we finished a lot in the past 2 weeks. I don't show finished objects on the vlog because otherwise I'll forget to show them here and give you real details. So maybe that's why it feels like I finished so much. It is spinning finished, and it is my loop bump that I got at Vogue Knitting Live this past January in the Creekside colorway. And I did a chain ply, and I am minus this giant worm here between a sport and a DK weight. So it's fairly consistent. You can definitely tell like where I started up again after not spinning for a long time, but I'm very happy with it. It is merino, nylon, and Angelina, so there's a little bit of sparkle in it. My nail keeps getting caught. And I got, I want to say around 300 and change yard, 326 yards out of this. I have it written down somewhere, but I'm not going to go look for it because then I'll never come back. So the plan for this is to do, they're called Afterthought Everything Socks. Melissa from the Spicy Homemaker podcast asked us if we ever heard of them and said she wanted to knit a pair during a virtual knit night the other week, and now I'm obsessed with them. Like I said, not gonna knit an afterthought heel anymore. Let's knit an afterthought everything. Why do I do this? So that is the plan for this. And I'm very excited because that means I can use up every last inch of my hand spun and not have any weird like not enough for a mini skein, but I don't want to get rid of it, or like too much to put in my blanket kind of thing. So I would love to just use up all of this. I'm so excited. I'm so happy with it. Which will lead us into some works in progress, because my other work in progress is also some spinning. I broke out my Bitsy Knits. This is a 50/50 Super Rush Merino Tencel Silk in the Case of the Murderous Mermaid. It is a gradient from this dark blue up to the green to the yellow. 2 ounces of fiber, and I'm going to spin these to be the heels for my Creekside. Creekside, Murderous Mermaid. It makes sense. So I've split them into 4 little nests. I'm going to spin 2 of them, spin 2, ply them, and then like this 2 is for the right sock, this 2 is for the left sock. Does that make sense? I don't know. It's been a weird day. So this spins so fast because it's all silk. It just sort of like flies into the wheel. I'm working on getting this closer to a fingering weight. I figure this will be good practice. It's just so soft and so curly. Like, this looks like doll hair. Spin this up. I want to spin everything. I'm so excited for New England Fiber Festival so I can look at all the fiber, and I'm not going to tell you what I want to buy so no one else can buy it because I want it, and that's that. I will tell you afterwards. I'm afraid they will sell out. But I want it so bad. So this is my first work in progress. I'm probably going to spin after this because I'm waiting for dye to come in the mail. And I think it got delayed another day, and I'm very sad about that. Alright, this next work in progress is also a Christmas knit, so Mom, if Dad's around, turn the laptop. I have started a pair of Doctor Who socks for Papa Gergs for Christmas. I couldn't help it. He loves Doctor Who since it like started for real forever ago in the 60s. So I needed free shipping on a Knit Picks order. Felici came out, there was Time Traveler left, so I had to pick some up. I'm kind of sad I didn't grab myself any, but things you do for love. So Knit Picks Felici, I am knitting these on US size 1.5, 2.5 millimeter. There are 80 stitches, and I'm doing a 3x1 rib on the back because I don't want to make them all stockinette and have them be too baggy, so if they're a little bit too big, this will help pull it in. If they're not quite big enough, it will give it a very nice giant stretch. So I'm going to do this ribbing all the way down to the bottom of the heel. I'm going to do a heel flapping gusset for it and then continue on with the foot. I'm going to do, I think, a gray contrasting heel and toe, and hope I have enough yarn left in this little bugger for Dad's giant feet. Giant dad feet. And it is living in my kitchen counter crafter unicorn DPN cozy, and I've got my burrito stitch marker on there. And in my Erin Lane bag, there's all the things. All of the things are in this sock. This flew by. I think I did this in like 2 days. I don't know why I'm knitting so quickly. I'm just powerhousing. I think I was so nervous I wouldn't be able to finish anything in time for Christmas, so now I'm like overdrive. Also Gotham. Gotham is to blame. I love Gotham. I love it so much. Ooh, I'm zipping yarn. On to some more socks. I have a hoe and a cast-on sock. So the hoe is a regular old vanilla sock in my Apple Fritters colorway. This is on the ginger base, which is the gold stellina. I did a Fish Lips Kiss heel, 2x2 twisted ribbing, and I'm in love with the way this knit up. I have so many plans for how I dye this in different colors. Somebody mentioned an Earl Grey themed yarn, so I've got that going on in my head. I've only weaved in 2 ends. Why would I have more? Oh, there's a weird drop stitch. I like only hooked the stellina on a stitch because I was watching Gotham. So I had to go back and re-sew that stitch in, but now I don't know where it is. Which is good, I guess. Yeah. So I've got one done. And I cast on the other one the other day. And I'm just about done with the ribbing. And it is on US 1.5, 2.5 millimeter Knitter's Pride Nova. No, Knitter's Pride Cubics, the wooden DPNs. And I love them. I forgot how much I love these needles. I missed wooden needles. They're still pretty slippery, but they've got a little bit more grip to them. And they are the square ones, so that's always fun to do. And these are my dye day socks. So while I'm waiting for things to cool down or heat up or set, just whip out a couple rows. Nice and easy. And car knitting. I bring them in my purse too. So funny enough, the cheapest gas in town is a full service pump. So I get like 5 or 10 minutes a week just pumping gas and knitting. And that is living in my Kitten and Yarn Ball Socksetra bag, which I love because it is such an easy thing to just throw in my purse and go. Last socks, I swear. I didn't realize I had this many cast on. They are my Caramel Latte Socks by Cece Ullman for the Coffee Date with Cece knit along hosted by Vegan Jilly of the Knitting Broomstick podcast, which I don't think I'm gonna finish. I don't think my year-long knit-alongs are going to be done. I honestly don't. And I'm okay with that. My new goal is to try and finish just the socks of Coffee Day with Cece. I've sort of moved on. I bought the yarn for the shawl, but now I'm kind of thinking the yarn wants to be a different shaped shawl. Or maybe not even a shawl at all. I don't know. I'm not sure. But I picked these back up again. I really like the way the pattern looks. I really like the one that Cece knit up for the book. I like the way it looks, but I'm not totally in love with these socks anymore. Like, you can't see the pattern, which doesn't bug me at all. I do like how it's got like a nice foamy texture to it. This is on my Because Pumpkin Spice colorway on the ginger base. There was a fly. And I love the way this is spiraling up. I love the way the heel looks, but it's not a memorize and go pattern. I have to sit there with a piece of tape and move it up, and there's 2 charts to pay attention to, and just it's not flowing for me. I don't know if it's because I'm not in the right mindset or this just isn't what I need right now, but I'm in debate if I even want to finish these. I really like the yarn. I kind of wish I didn't do the pattern on the back, but I don't know. I don't know. I really want to knit this yarn, but I don't want to rip the whole sock out. What do you think? Maybe I'll just give it to somebody to rip out for me. I don't know. I've already accepted I'm not going to finish this book before Christmas because I have this one, I have a whole other sock of this pattern to do, and then I have the strawberry frappuccino sock, which does not look hard, but there are a little bit cables in it. And the shawl. There's no way I'm going to finish the shawl in time. I just don't know. I really like the needles. They're Knit Pro Zings 2.5 millimeter, and they're a 16 to 20 inch cord. I think that counts. These are very large needles for such a tiny cord, but I'm not upset about it. It's much more compact and less, I have like an 80 centimeter cord on my other 1.5s, and it's just unruly, and it gets like caught on my face. It's weird. It's not my favorite, but they are really good for 2 at a time socks and ribbing for sweaters. I don't know. Now I'm rambling. I don't know. What do you do? What would you do? I really like this yarn. And I really like the sock up until now. But maybe I'll just make them shorty socks. Maybe I'll just finish out this pattern. Because this will be... Maybe I'll just make them ankle socks. I don't know. Now I'm questioning everything. It's living in my Ghastly's Good to Be a Girl old lady knitty bag. So at least the bag makes me really happy. The yarn makes me really happy. I like the way the pattern looks. This is definitely a product, not a process knit. I really like CC Elements patterns though. I've loved every other pattern that I've knit out of that book, even the I Love You More Than Pumpkin Spice, which was just that kicked my butt, but that was amazing. I love those socks. I have to redo the cast off on those. Now I'm rambling. And that's it for socks, I swear. The next work in progress, our final work in progress, is a test knit for the lovely Becky of Soprano Knits. I am test knitting the Backlin. Please forgive me for butchering the German. I can speak some of it to myself in a dark corner, but put me on camera or in front of people and it just gone. It is a Backlin shawl. It is inspired by the river that she lives near now. She moved to Frankfurt, Germany recently, and I'm so excited to see all of the footage, and I'm so happy for her, and I'm a little bit jealous. But I was super excited to answer the call and be chosen to do this test knit. You can do it in either a 3 or 4 color. There's a picture of it. I am doing the 3 color, and I just thought this would also be a really good opportunity to use some of the new hand-dyed yarn I did. So this is where I'm at. This color A is Lemony Snicket, color B is Narnia, and my color C will be Nice Guys Finished Dead. There, we'll put all the cakes together. And it's much more masculine colors than, say, this shawl, and I just really love how they're all knitting up. I'm dying over Lemony Snicket. I'm so in love with it. And they're all on the penny base, which is the MCN. And it's just been so much fun. This is my first shawl test knit. I just did the hat for Mina, and that was a lot of fun. And now I'm on this one. I'm on section 3, which will be a pattern stitch section. And I just need a little bit of a quiet time to sit down and do it. I think I'm going to do that after I record this, before I start editing. Try and calm my nerves before the storm that will be New England Fiber Festival. I am knitting them on size 4 on my interchangeable carbons, and I've got my maple bacon donut stitch marker going on it. I'm so excited to wear this. I'm curious to see if Jake would wear it as a scarf because it is darker colors, so we'll see. I just love the way Lemony is knitting up. I wish I could hold this out better. So happy with it. And this also flew by. I don't even think it's been a week since I cast this on. No. Fast knitting everywhere, but I also feel like I have a lot of projects on the needles. Alright. So that's it for whips, really. No other spinning. Haven't touched my blanket. But I do have a call. A call to the knitter worlds. Alright. I need a shawl pattern. I have these 4 cakes of hand spun. These 2 are about 48 grams. This is about 60 grams. This is 106 grams. It can be 3 color, it can be 4 color, but the shawls I keep looking at all use like less than, they don't use enough to justify breaking out 100 grams of hand spun on a shawl that's going to use maybe 60 grams. And it's 100% Polworth, Shetland, and silk. No, Shetland and silk. Shetland and something else. So they're all soft, they're all 2-ply. I don't know what to knit, and I really want to knit these up as a Christmas present for my friend, but I don't know what to make them. So help me. Help me, Nitty-Wan Kenobi. You're my only hope. Obi-Wan Knitter? Help. So that's my call for help. Because I just want to cast these on. They're about a DK weight. DK to fingering, depending on what my day was that day. I don't know what to do. So that's my call for help. 3 to 4 colors. A lot of yardage. Or something that's easily adjusted to make up for at least this, because these, the smaller colors, I don't know. Help. Alright, if you were here for just the nitty spinny stuff, that's kinda it. From here on out, it is shop update, news stuffs, and a little bit of life things. So if you're checking out here, thank you so much for watching, and if not, let's get on with the rest of the show. Yes, no shop update this week. Anything left over from New England Fiber Festival will go up in the shop Monday, November 7th at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So any leftover Christmas colorways or any of the other colorways that I dye up and bring, they will be in the shop. I'm going to try to do one at least just a Christmas update before November 19th, and then the week of the 19th there will be no shop update that week as well. I will reiterate this and put it on the internets and let you know what's going on. But I just wanted to introduce all of the new Christmas colorways, so spoiler alert for my Instagram. Whatever. I guess I'll go in order of how I showed them. So the first one we have is Christmas Like It's 1882. And I've already tagged everything and slowly putting it into the bags and getting the grid wall taken down. But I just wanted a Victorian-inspired Christmas colorway that wasn't red and green. So I like the lighter greens, and then this deep maroon with speckles, of course speckles. And this will be available, throwing things, on Audrey, Penny, and Ginger. Our next one is Peppermint Mocha, and it is just this bright candy red pink with the white stripes and then these coffee brown speckles everywhere. And again, on all bases. Our next one is Frosted Cranberries, which is this dark berry red, bright pink speckles and the white. And this one has a little bit of a story behind it. I call it Dill Cream Cheese Snowman because whenever we went to Grandma's house for Christmas, I don't know who made it, but there was always like the dill cream cheese dip for crackers and veggies, but someone always put it in the shape of a snowman. So, Dill Cream Cheese Snowman. There it is. There's a little bit of orange speckles in there too for the carrot nose. Duh. And last but not least, I haven't dyed this up yet because I'm waiting for the last bit of dye to come in, but you will recognize from last year if your name is Melissa from Spicy Homemaker, because I think you bought like 500 of these skeins. This blue one, which is Winter Storm, and it is just an icy blue, silvery gray, and white variegated, which may or may not look like a frozen yarn, and it took everything in my power not to call it Let It Go. So, Winter Storm. Yes. The mini skein sets will go up Monday, even if there are no more of the Christmas colors left over from New England Fiber Festival, so keep an eye out for that, and they are about 10 grams each of the 5 colors, so it's equaling to a 50-gram skein of yarn, which I think would be really nice for scrappy socks, or just putting in your blanket, or whatever you want to do. A little shawlette, that'd be cute too. So keep an eye out. I'm hoping to get a couple updates of these up before Christmas. I know once Christmas hits, everyone's done with holiday stuff, so I'm hoping to have a decent amount in the shop between all of the craft fairs and the trunk shows and stuff. Yeah. Also, let me know what you think about dye to order sets on Etsy. Just having some in some of the colorways, or just keep throwing suggestions at me to what to dye that week, what you're looking for. I'd really just want to make this as easy as possible for you to pick the yarn and the base you want for your projects. Just so, like, if you want romantics on penny base, you can get them and you don't have to wait for it or fight for it or anything like that. So let me know what you think. Dye to order sets, or just keep dyeing them up and seeing what happens. That sounds bad. Yeah. Let me know. I just really want to make this easier for you. I know that I like waiting for like the color I really want to be in the update, because then it's a surprise like what week I'm gonna get it, but I also really like going into a shop and knowing I can order this yarn on this base and I get exactly what I want. I don't have to sit there going, do I want sparkle? Should I get it on merino? I don't know. They don't have the one I want. Should I just ask? So, yes. Let me know what you think. That's it for shop news. At the moment, I'm working on some other things in the works, some more DK bases, one more DK base, another fingering base, and perhaps some spinning fiber. I'm so excited. I just want to spin all the things. I want to spin and spin. I just want to spin forever. I'm going to spin my whole stash right now. Let's go. Ready? So, yes. Christmas colorways. I love them. I am completely smitten. I'm almost tempted to keep a mini skein set for myself and make some Christmassy socks, because I think those would be adorable. Maybe the life things. It's finally cold here, but it's like 75 degrees out and I have yarn drying outside. But it is cooling down. We have one air conditioner left to take out of the house windows. The heat is officially on. It's on 57, but it's on. It's cold enough that we have 2 quilts on the bed. And Jake hasn't torn them off yet, so winter is coming. Fall is here. It is sweater weather. And my heart says no because I hate being cold, but my heart also says yes because I'm a New England girl all the way through, and fall winter is my life because that's what we have. That is our season. And then boiling. Boiling or frozen. Yeah. No big puppy adventures as of late. They have been sleepy little bugs, as you can tell. Iron was at Cecil's house last night playing with him and his brother Clyde. Audrey and I went on a very long WALK last night, so she is tuckered out. I don't think I have a lot of life stuff to tell you. I do like these vlogs a lot. I really do like doing them. They're super fun. So that's sort of my life things now, is the vlogs. Other than that, we've been watching Westworld like crazy people because it's amazing and I love it, and I had this theory and it was a really good theory, and now that theory has exploded in my face. I don't know what's happening. Oh, I know what's happening, I think. I don't know. It's so good. If you haven't seen it, highly recommend. Sci-fi, Western, mystery-ish stuff. I don't want to say dystopian because I don't know. Everyone seems pretty rich to go to this park. You gotta pay a lot of money, so it can't be dystopian. Is it? Is that why they're in the park? Because the world outside is dystopian? I don't know. Ugh, it's so good. And Gotham. I'm in love with Gotham. Probably every 10 minutes, I end up just like hitting Jake and going, I love this show. This is my favorite show. Oswald is my favorite. Him and Enigma. Oh my god. I love them. I love them so much. And Emo Bruce and I love them. I love the show. I love the show so much. I want to do all the Gotham colorways. It took so much in me not to just dye Gotham yarn and be like, no, dye stuff that you have and like you have sets of, and the Christmas stuff. Be like, sorry guys, there's no Christmas yarn this year. Only Gotham. Gotham for life. I love Batman stuff. I just love Batman. I love that show. It's so good. It's the Gotham I just needed. Yeah, that's it. Catching up on podcasts today, doing all the inventory stuff. I got some very lovely grid walls that you've probably seen pictures of on Instagram, and I feel so official now. I'm an official yarn dyer. It's very exciting. I am now realizing though that all my yarn dyeing supplies are where the Christmas tree goes, and now that Halloween is over and I loved it, my brain immediately switched to the holidays. I am ready to go. So, I don't know. I'm gonna stop rambling. I'm gonna go. Yes. Thank you so much for watching. If you want updates on when these videos come out, hit the subscribe button down there. If you have any questions on anything, please let me know. I will have the show notes up on Ravelry.com. Oh, we have a Ravelry group, Once Upon a Corgi Podcast. The groups tab in Ravelry. Audrey's sleeping on her back and she's running in her dream, and so her tiny little paws are just flapping in the wind. Oh. But the way she's sleeping, her eyes are open and it's really creepy. Oh my god, I'm in love. Oh! Are you dreaming? Did you catch it? I'm gonna go get some work stuff done. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you to everybody who supports the shop. It means so much to me that because of you, I can work from home and do things that I love and be with the puppies that I love and live the lifestyle that I'm really happy to have right now. I'm very grateful that I had the opportunity to do this and that I am able to support myself with this. I mean, I'm not rolling in the dough by any means, but I got a roof over my head. Sally's not knocking on the door. I'm so thankful to everybody of buyers. But I just want to say a giant thank you to everybody who supports the shop and continues coming back and checks it out and spreads the word. So thank you so much for watching and supporting. I think these puppies need some more nap time, and I'm gonna let you guys go. Have a good week, and if you see me at New England Fiber Festival, please come and say hi. I will be posting my outfits for the day because I'm sure I'll be wearing something handmade. So come stop by and say hello. Other than that, have a good week, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.